Let me remind you guys how to know somebody who is crooked in nature, who can go any length to achieve something. You see, that time Harrison Gwamnishu was involved in this napping case. He took the money that he was supposed to pay the nappers. At first, a lot of bloggers did not know what actually transpired, whether Harrison did what was accused of, or whether his own narrative was what really happened. So during that time, people weren't sure. A lot of bloggers came out and they were supporting Harrison. They were saying, wait, let Harrison speak and all that. So a time came, it became obvious that Harrison did what was accused of, what he was accused of. It became too obvious. Harrison could no longer deny. A lot of those bloggers withdrew their support from Harrison. That is how to know people who have integrity. A lot of bloggers withdrew their support. Initially, they didn't know what was going on, but when they realized, a lot of them withdrew their support. But you see, Blessing CEO, after realizing what Harrison did, Blessing CEO kept on supporting Harrison. That shows in depth the kind of person Blessing CEO is. It means there is nothing she cannot do to get money. It means in her head that time, if Harrison can do something like this to get money, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. Anybody must find a way to survive, whether by crook or by crooked. That was what was going on in Blessing CEO's mind. And that was why she kept on supporting Harrison publicly. Somebody that did something as what Harrison did. Blessing CEO was openly supporting Harrison. That moment, I knew that Blessing is a flawed person. Blessing's character is flawed. I knew at that moment that there is nothing Blessing would not do to get money. That moment, I knew that Blessing CEO would do what Harrison did if given the opportunity. That was how I concluded it. And today, what are we seeing? Blessing went as far as doing what was even worse than what Harrison did. Came out in the public, blew a lie with dangerous sickness that she not have. She came out and lied to the public that she had this evil sickness just to make people to sympathize with her in order to donate money. You get what people they do for this country. And they imagine, I say now what people they try. There's nothing people will not do in order to get money. But Blessing supposed to know, because I see Blessing as a very highly, a very intelligent person. And she is very intelligent. Nobody will take it away from her because she is intelligent. How come Blessing did not think of 1% of Nigerians who always ask for evidence? How come Blessing did not think of 1% of Nigerians who are not gullible? 99% of Nigerians might be gullible. They might be quick to fall victim. But there is this special 1% among them that are smart. That always want to see evidence before they accept anything. How come Blessing did not think about that 1%? It baffles me. It baffles me that Blessing supposed to know that we are in this era of wanting to see evidence before believing. Seeing is believing, they say. Blessing supposed to have thought about the 1% that will ask for evidence before pulling this kind of stunt. Because since few days now, there's this result that I've been flying about. The results, the number on that result, I contacted the person by myself. The person told me that he's a IT student. IT student. He's studying and he has nothing to do with medical field. He's not studying medicine. He has nothing to do with medical field. And he has never come in contact with Blessing. He has no hospital. He has no lab. He has nothing to do with that result. He doesn't know how his number ended up on that certificate. So at first, I didn't believe that Blessing was involved with that result. I mean, not certificate. At first, I didn't believe that Blessing was involved with that result. But as things were unfolding, blogs were carrying it, and Blessing has not debunked it until now. There's this man that sells cars, CMC Autos. The man said something up until now. Blessing has not debunked it. That means it's true. How come, Blessing, how did you come up with that result? According to the news, they said Blessing knows the person who owns that result. The person who owns that result is a makeup artist, and Blessing knows that person. That person has worked for Blessing. Blessing knows that that person was sick at the time when the girl was sick. Blessing knew she was sick. So I don't know how she sent the result to Blessing, and Blessing ended up editing the results, included her name, removed Asaba and put Enugu, and sent it to some people as her own results. Like in this era where people would dig and dig and dig and dig until they would dig no more. You're supposed to have thought about the 1%. But now, Blessing is a brand now. Blessing is a Kajad brand. I never expected Blessing to be involved with something as low as this. Blessing, can you come and debunk? Because this thing is absurd, though. It is highly absurd. But I'm not surprised anyway. Let me just be realistic. For you to have supported Harrison when it was obvious that Harrison stole money that he was supposed to pay nappers. He stole the money instead of paying the ransom as it was meant for. Harrison stole the money and started lying. When it became obvious, a lot of people withdrew their support. Blessing kept on supporting Harrison. That means if she sees the opportunity to do what Harrison did, she will also do it. and it aligns with what is happening right now. So I'm not completely surprised, but I'm really shocked. I'm shocked somehow that somebody as intelligent as Blessing will come up with this kind of stunt. Now, wow.